Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 5 Chronicles. So guys, 115 speaking. Let me wait. Oh my god, Lara, what's wrong with your face? Wow, you look worse than me after kidney failure. Let's just tilt you down so we don't have to look at you. Let me welcome you to the Deepsea dive. Finally, now I know the name. I was close enough with the deep dive. This is going to be the shortest level of Tomb Raider 5, and that's simply because it was definitely supposed to be the one and the same level, either with the submarine level or the one afterwards, where we're going to revisit the submarine in a much different state. So the mission of this level is to really get our hands on the Spear of Destiny. However, we are not alone in searching for it. We are going to find the Spear of Destiny and one secret golden rose. That's the only two items we are going to find in this level. We are going to encounter but not kill 3 enemies because we don't have the means to deal damage to them, and there are going to be no breakable objects to be found and broken, only one secret. So with that in mind, let me explain what's going on with the extreme depths diving suit or extreme depths environment diving suit. I have no idea how to call this thing. What I like is the added detail of the Russian flag on it. That's a cool detail. And what this really reminds me of is the underwater propulsion vehicle, the UPV from Tomb Raider 3's Lat's Gate. However, it has its advantage and disadvantage. The most obvious advantages, as you might already notice by the absence of the oxygen bar, we have unlimited breath, so feel free to go crazy and explore. Furthermore, just like the UPV in Tomb Raider 3, it propels you forward, so you swim faster. It's great, and it has this lovely sound effect. Now, what it doesn't do, like the UPV did, is fire off any harpoons. Instead, what we find in our inventory are the so-called chaff flares. Now, these are interesting. They're not really useful as a source of light. Instead, if any torpedo is fired in your general direction, you can drop these and the torpedo will follow them rather than you. Now, why on earth am I talking about torpedoes? Now, I did mention there are going to be 3 enemies we are going to encounter. That's basically either Mikhailov's or Yarofev's diving team, searching for the Spear of Destiny. We need to beat them to it, and these guys have some serious equipment, as I'm going to demonstrate. Now, for full disclosure, I don't know whether to count these as 10 pickups or 1 pickup, or what's the deal. I'm not sure what I'm gonna decide in my final stats video, but for now just keep a note that you are gonna get them in the inventory. Probably this diving suit is equipped with them, okay? You can, however, also use your normal flare, but I'm not gonna do it in this level. Seriously, they give us 3 flares for the entire Russia chapter of the game. This is ridiculous. I want to have at least 1 flare for the following final Russian level, okay? But you can absolutely draw it, you can throw it underwater, you can even re-pick it up. However, there really is no need, because look, it's shining light, how awesome is that? But underwater, you cannot use your binocs. Lara will say no to the pistols.
No.
As you can see. But one important thing, Lara is actually able to equip shotgun for some reason. Did you know about this? Okay, Lara, please. She'll immediately put it back, so you cannot actually fire it, unfortunately. But I just find this fascinating that there seems to be some functionality for using it. Unfortunately, we cannot use our shotgun to blast the enemies we'll encounter away, okay? Now, further important thing as we navigate the seabed. This is the Russian submarine, Yarofev's one. You cannot really go up. The sky is the limit, actually even lower than that. There is a certain vertical limit to how up you can go, and this is it. So you cannot go even as high as the rocks above you for some reason. You need to stay down deep. You cannot really outswim the boundaries of the level. The level is basically split into multiple valleys. We are going to find a couple of broken off pieces of the German U-boat. Now, we are interested, more so than in the Spear of Destiny, in the first and final secret of this level. So, let's go to the right side. And keep in mind that you can either throw the chaff flares by opening up your inventory screen. That's actually the only way I found out of using them in the PS1 version of the game. However, in the PC version of the game, you can press the sprint key, whatever you decided your input is. I personally recommend the Z key on the keyboard or the apostrophe next to it. And Lara will drop them to redirect any torpedoes being fired in her general direction by these guys. Whoa! So now, let's observe what happens. The chaff flare is there, and the torpedoes try and follow it, okay? But let's not be in the general direction, because the torpedoes can still hit us if we are in the flare's direction. Okay, and there we go into this crevice over here and get our hands on this level's one and only secret. Just to demonstrate that I'm not talking nonsense, there it is, 1 out of 1. It's the exception. The next level is gonna have 2 roses. Again, that's why my theory is it was supposed to be 1 level, and the rest of the game is gonna be again back to the 3 golden roses per level scenario, and of course there are no goodies or pickups next to it in a true Tomb Raider 5 kind of fashion. I'm very disappointed. Now getting out is tricky. Make sure to drop a flare immediately, because this guy is, whoa, waiting for us. And oh my god, can we, yeah, you can see his head inside, isn't that funny? He's inside the vehicle. The mini submarine is how I'm gonna refer to them, or mini subs. Why they're armed with torpedoes, I don't know. I guess to clear some rubble out of the way when trying to, whoa, excavate the Spear of Destiny. That was a mighty close call. Yeah, the current slows us down here somewhat, but anyway, we return to the crossroads where we began, and now let's stick to the left path. Now, if you truly properly stay on the left path at all times, you will find this canyon, I guess, or area. However, there is a strong current preventing us to go further, but that is completely fine. This current is going to be our best friend very soon when we are gonna have to make a quick getaway. Because who knows what might happen in the German submarine. Maybe some rubble might hit us and puncture our aqualung. Now that would be bad. Yeah, I'm a true master of foreshadowing. Okay, there is another mini submarine. Let's drop a chaff flare, so no torpedoes will bother us. This rusted part of the German submarine is not accessible. We just need to get around this guy. This small canyon over here. And this is what we're after, because this part has a hole in it. Let's drop a chaff flare, because there is a third one. That will be our way out. But, okay, let's not fly into it. Let's go inside first. Okay, now I have to be completely honest here. I am very, very disappointed in what the German submarine looks like here. I expected this would be a full-fledged... Oh my god, it's shooting inside. Full-fledged dungeon. But no such luck. This is instead just a couple of rusty textures covered by sand. It's truly unremarkable. Especially how they hyped it up in the FMV cutscene, you know? It's just... this is it. And especially if you compare it to what they managed to pull off with the wreck of Maria Doria. Unfortunately, this is all we have to settle for. Now, the moment we cross that threshold, I believe, a cutscene is gonna trigger where we are gonna get our hands on the Spear of Destiny. I recommend a save here. I love how this room has this one conspicuous crate with the Spear of Destiny inside it. Okay, the Guardian of Samarkand music playing is a very, very bad sign. I am getting traumatic flashbacks from my war in Vietnam right now. We have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Spear of Destiny. It does exist. Even Lara herself was perhaps a bit skeptical, but once she discovered it, she was like, whoa, this actually really exists. And of course, whoever somehow wields this thing or gets near it suffers a terrible fate. In our case, that's a punctured aqualung. We need to get the hell out of here, as you can probably assume by the reappearance of the oxygen bar. I love how the theme of the Spear of Destiny is that whoever comes near it suffers some terrible fate, and that's a theme that's going to be developed even further as we conclude the Russian chapter. And I think it was Charles Kane or Jean-Yves who said in the previous FMV saying that she knew when to leave things well enough alone, and this is one of those cases. Seriously, no one who ever came into contact with this thing had anything good happen to them. Okay, we need to get out of here. Yes, Lara, do not negate me. Hopefully we remember the way, right? Now be careful, that doesn't mean that the mini submarines have disappeared. Oh boy, no. You have the limited oxygen bar and you still need to put up with torpedoes being fired at you. This is, I would say, reasonably stressful situation. Let's drop a shuffler. Okay, we dodged it. And let's go into that canyon, the direction of the mini submarine, because there's gonna be a strong current that's gonna speed things up somewhat. Oh my god, we're not doing great oxygen-wise, but this was a nice shortcut. And into Yarofev submarine, back, we need to go, but also I need to be careful, I don't want the level exit to trigger, I need to pause at just the right time to show you the stat screen. Okay, whew. Okay, my friends, this was the deep sea dive. We have found its only 2 items, the Spear of Destiny and the first golden rose. This was also the level's one and only secret, bringing us to 16. The next level is gonna bring us to 18 and therefore half of all the secrets in Tomb Raider 5. We have encountered and dodged the torpedoes of 3 mini submarines piloted by 3 guys, part of Mikhailo's or Yarofev's crew. And we have broken no objects, although we caused some of the rusted ceiling of the German submarine to collapse, so make of that what you will. You can see the time taken, the distance traveled, although in this case not traveled on foot but underwater, and the ammunition we have used, which I believe should be 0 on the right side of the screen, unless somehow we'll find out that the shufflers count towards that, but I severely doubt it. Let me just check how many we have. We have 5 remaining. Not bad. Okay, so let me make a save here, and I will see you guys next time in the sinking submarine. And Lara, please don't drown on me right now. Up we go!